Today, we commemorate 40 years of the adoption of the Convention Against Torture. This convention is an absolutely critical point in the human rights history. It made sure that torture is prohibited under all circumstances, and that we fight against this horrible practice, and that we do everything to prevent it from happening. We have made a lot of progress on that front. There are lots more institutions that work on it, the NGOs, the different treaty bodies, the special rapporteur, but we cannot rest on our laurels. There is still a lot of work to be done, and we really must put torture into the history book of the past and hope that we are going to live in a world totally free from torture.
United Nations Human Rights High Commissioner for West and Central Africa, who was in the Cameroons, is talking about the 40 years commemoration of the Convention against Torture. That is, of course, towards the end or during the program that La République du Cameroon was invited, was questioned, was called upon at the UN, subcommittee for, Convention Against Torture to answer questions pertaining to heavy rights abuses in southern Cameroon and elsewhere in La République du Cameroon. Now, we are bringing to you this information, or we are rewinding, taking us a little bit back, because, these things are only merely said with the mouth. United Nations should not just be the organization that will sit, get people to sign, to ratify treaties, to say they have made progress, and then what we see on the field is something else. I think the social media today has been one of those very vital tools to help fight against all forms of human rights abuses. Yes, it's an undeniable reality that with the coming of the social media, it has really made countries like La République du Cameroon to be unable to hide her evil side. We have seen numerous videos. We've seen mass graves. If the special rapporteur, if the members of the Committee Against Torture and those at the subcommittee for arbitrary arrest and detention were able to get videos from, get footages from southern Cameroon's 8-year conflict with La République du Cameroon, if they are able to get all this, is through the help of the social media. We cannot be talking about fighting against torture when we don't appreciate the social media. We can get basically everything from social media with just a click, and you get everything done, and you can verify that. You go right down to the villages, and you know that this information is authentic. Now, La République du Cameroon colonial administrators, they have done worse form of torture and their occupational forces. Yes, the United Nations is really biased. We are saying this without mincing words. The people of Southern Cameroon are not only angry with the international community, but we are saying that we are accusing the international community for being biased, because their sledgehammer has always hit hard on Ambazonia, has always hit hard on the weaker parts. What have they done? We saw, or we got blatant lies that La République du Cameroon delegation, they told the United Nations Committee Against Torture. We got all these lies, and they know, the officials, they know very well that all those things they said were all lies. It is very clear. Everybody can see it. Get a fact-finding mission. Why is it difficult for the United Nations to get a fact-finding mission on the ground, set a fact-finding mission in southern Cameroon, and let them investigate all these crimes, all these allegations, and bring perpetrators to book, whether it is on the side of Ambazonia or it is on the side of the Republic of Cameroon. We cannot continue to live in denial. It is an undeniable reality that heavy human rights abuses have been committed. Talk less about torture, because talking about torture is the way of life in southern Cameroon. Somebody living in Bamenda or in Boya or in Balikumbat, or somebody living in Akwaya or Tinto, or another person living in Bangen, they cannot drink a simple glass of water without getting any sign of intimidation from the occupational forces of the Republic of Cameroon and their colonial administrators, who on a daily basis they go around force them in the name of giving them information about Ambazonian freedom fighters. This is a country that had her independence by so-called joining, which no country in this world has ever gone through that process. And why has the United Nations stayed quiet on this matter? We are saying that the Republic of Cameroon are guilty of human rights abuses. Worst form of torture is going on there. The children of Ngabu, we talk about Ngabu massacre, we talk about the one in Kumba, we talk about the one in Bali, we talk about numerous mass graves in Moyoka and all over. My dear people, my dear Ambazonians, ladies and gentlemen, this particular presentation, this particular message from Volker Turk, who happens to be the Special High Commissioner for the United Nations in Central Africa, and who visited the Cameroons, we are telling them that the name torture has been the name on every Ambazonian's identity on the ground because of the Republic of Cameroon occupational forces. A simple fact-finding mission that is backed by the Security Council of the United Nations to go down on the field and ascertain, investigate these crimes, these allegations that we are saying that the Republic of Cameroon occupational forces, Nka Valais, Atanganji Paul, Okala Bilai, Lele Lafrique, Betty Asomo, Buba Dubreko, all these people, Atomfak Siri, Issa Cheruma Bakari, Didier Bajet, all these people have committed crimes against humanity on the ground. It is high time the United Nations went down there to get this information and bring all these perpetrators to book. The sledgehammer of the United Nations only turns towards the people of southern Cameroon. This is not correct. This is injustice. And anywhere there is injustice, there is definitely injustice everywhere. We must say no to this, and the United Nations must uphold her principle of making sure that there is justice in the world. Not only peace, because without justice, there will be no peace. We are speaking and we are talking concerning the life of the people of southern Cameroon. We are standing for that right, the inalienable right that we have as humans. We cannot more do things as normal, because the Republic of Cameroon is intensifying the occupation of our territory. The two countries that came together with equal status today, they are telling us that they want to give us special status. God forbid, and that will never happen. It's the never again generation. So my dear Ambazonians, dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen, the United Nations has a responsibility to protect. They must keep that responsibility to protect minority groups, and we tell the whole world and the international community that the people of southern Cameroon are fighting for their rights. That is it, and it's supposed to be so. The United Nations must look into this matter, and the only thing we keep talking about is the fact-finding mission. The fact-finding mission that is backed by the Security Council to be sent to the ground to ascertain the matter and bring perpetrators of torture, abuse, and human rights violations to book. My name is Fabiano Deko. I'm an Ambazonian and human rights activist, self-defense advocate. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again in our next topic.